Yeah, the only thing that I'm seeing right now is obviously I know Dave, you asked in the Discord about the news, and yeah, there's no news today. So I actually am not sure why we had that little volume injection at New York Open 8:30 New York. So not too sure about that, but obviously yeah, it spiked up on all three indices and took out whatever buy side liquidity was left remaining from yesterday. Has been taken out on all three of these averages. So right now we're literally just chilling in between two PD arrays. We're bouncing off of a 1 hour fair value gap on NQ and ES, and currently bouncing off of a 15-minute bearish fair value gap as well. CAD had some news, eh? CAD had some news. Where's my filters at? Oh. Bang. Toggle some CAD on. You're right, CAD did have some news, didn't it? Must have been it. That's literally the only thing on here that I would feel would relate to the U.S. stock market in any way, shape, or form. So that must be it. We have all these things that still are in the way of us trading lower. So I'm not really wanting to just hop in just because I have a little bit of a bias for shorting on Friday doesn't mean that I'm just gonna jump in. But just gonna wait. I kind of want to see. We got 5 minutes left on this 15-minute candle. Like, I'm going to be feeling extremely, extremely bullish if we can inverse this gap. We got little equal lows right here as well on the 1-minute chart. So it could potentially manipulate for those, grab those, could give us an entry on the 1 minute. But yeah, I think I'm going to wait for this candle to close. I want to see this manipulate and inverse this 15-minute gap. Let's go back to ES over here. I don't think I'll need both. If we inverse on NQ, I'm not really going to be too concerned if ES doesn't. I'll trust the NQ chart. And then in which case the confluences we'll have for longs would be SMT, delivery from a 1 hour fair value gap, obviously internal sweep here, and then kind of getting the confirmation entry off of the inverse of this 15-minute gap. And then, yeah, when I skid down to the 1 minute, these relative equal lows really stick out to me. So I don't know if I would necessarily hop in like right inside of this 1 minute fair value gap or even this 15-minute inverse. If it first retests it, I would wait and see it come down here. Maybe soup this fair value gap here, and then we can look to hop in if we get displacement back up. And, I like this internal high is nice. Whenever we do have data highs like this, though, oops, shit. I do like to target them. So I would try to get in with two contracts as long as I'm not over leveraged. Take one off here and let one go to here. But yeah, just gonna wait, guys. We did inverse this 15-minute gap now, so I would like to see a pullback and then respect. But potentially we could look to target these data highs. See if we get a pullback down to OTE. Retest this 15-minute inverse gap now. If we come down into here and then we start like displacing higher, I'll look for entry. But potentially you want to see this thing come all the way down, maybe wick through these little lows right here. We have a 3-minute gap there as well. So let's do this. I want to go to the 3-minute chart. I'm going to delete this for now. We already know where equilibrium is. It's right inside here. And I am going to just mark out this 3-minute gap. And I'm going to set my limit order there for now. I'm going to go stop below the FVG candle on the 3-minute chart. So I'm going to set a limit here. And keep in mind, I may move this up if we come down here. Hold, respect, displace back higher. We'll look for entry to get in, because it doesn't need to pull back all the way down to here. I just see this as a level it could pull back to inside of OTE, but it only needs to pull back to equilibrium and the 15-minute inverse gap technically. So see if we get that move down. Here's a breaker right here, by the way, as well. So like this was been the entry we took yesterday. We took this long entry yesterday off the breaker. Once the moment we formed the breaker and got above it, we were entering long with the stop below breaker candle. So that's like the super duper duper aggressive entry. This would be like yesterday. Yesterday we had an inverse gap below price as well, below the breaker that we pulled back for. So this would actually be the exact same scenario. So tape reading the super duper duper aggressive entry off the breaker. Actual entry right now set in OT. Would rather miss trades and lose them? Yeah, that's kind of where, after the string of the last 2 days, that's kind of where I'm at as well. Like I can identify the aggressive entries, and sometimes they work. Yeah, man, I am sick of losing before winning. So I'm just gonna miss these trades. Now, granted, yesterday ended up being a rangy doji seek and destroy type condition. Monday, Tuesday, same thing. Wednesday was the only day that we didn't have that condition. So if Friday today ends up being a spooling day, well, the aggressive entry usually is the right answer. But you're never going to know if it's going to accumulate or not. I think we found that out over the last 2 weeks. Especially on a no news Friday. Granted, the only news is from Canada, apparently. Look at that. That's how it was supposed to work out yesterday, though. So there's your bullish unicorn on a 15 or 5-minute chart. Bullish little uni there. But yeah, here we are, folks. The aggressive entry. This is the entry we tried taking yesterday. So far playing out, respecting the breaker. If it does work out that way, one benefit of this would be the fact that you guys hopefully are taking notice to the fact that it brings more sense to why we took the entries that we took yesterday. You know, and this is like trading anything, any strategy, any setup. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But obviously, yeah, guys, I mean, if you guys are feeling aggressive today and you guys want to fire away, I mean, you guys do your thing. I'm just here to analyze and give you my ideas. And so far this week, every aggressive entry I've taken has resulted in us accumulating the rest of the day, or the rest of the session, and resulting in unnecessary losses. So I'm just trying to cut those out for today. That was enough for 1 week. 3 doji candle days. So hopefully that all makes sense. But yeah, please do let me know if you guys are in any positions right now. Might miss out, guys. Might miss out. Much better. What's this thing? Magic? Anybody know what this does? That's it. Oh. Ooh, it's about to come. It's about to come. Ooh. How's my headspace? Headspace is fine. My headspace is fine. Just coming into today, I'm like, well, no news Friday. I mean, we've gotten 3 out of 4 seek and destroy type days. So I just basically said coming into today, I'm not going to be aggressive with my entries. I'm just going to wait for, I'm going to wait for the pullbacks to equilibrium, to OTE. You know, instead of taking the higher up either breaker or fair value gap, like let me actually wait for the breaker, or let me wait for the PD array that's actually in discount if I'm longing, or premium if I'm shorting. Which the first short we took yesterday was perfect in all those areas, but just failed because the draw was still higher apparently. And the 2 longs that we lost on, it was just like this. I mean, we're taking long entries right off of the high end of the breaker. And then what did it do? Price pulled back like 80%. It didn't break the low. It ultimately still held the range and then ran up, but it just turned into a seek and destroy profile. The only day where we actually had a red folder news, pretty much, other than Monday. But Monday was a big doji. Tuesday we seek and destroy. Wednesday seek and destroy. Thursday only day with red folder news. So this is the only day that I was actually expecting a spooling type of a day because of this news driver. Nope. Seek and destroy. Small little moves up. Ended the day as a doji again. And now today, Friday, no news Friday, is apparently the only day where the aggressive entry would have bared some fruit. And I didn't want to go into the weekend. I didn't want to go into a weekend with a bad taste in our mouth. You know, we've already known that the price action this week has been less than ideal. So you can either keep pushing the envelope every day, expecting it to just change without evidence of it changing, or you could just stay a little bit more cautionary and then wait for price to actually open back up again. So if it happens to be today where price just kind of runs and opens up, well, that's unfortunate. I'm going to be cautious as well going into that day. All right, we just took data highs, guys, so I'm deleting the buy limit. Don't do anything crazy. But love you guys. Appreciate you guys. If you need anything, let me know. I'll talk to you guys in the Discord, and I'll see you guys on the sessions next week, okay? Peace out, everybody.